Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be the continuation of our tournament here between Acers, Bly and Hydra. So this is going to be the third quarterfinal that I'm casting here. It is from the DreamHack 2016 held at the very end of January, so this is just a few tweaks to the game beforehand. So hope you guys don't mind that too much. I do want to finish off this tournament before moving on to the next one, which I believe is going to be some part of the WCS. So on the top right hand side here of Orbital Shipyard, we've got Hydra, who is on Team Root Gaming, and he is from Korea. His opponent is going to be Bly, spawning on the bottom left hand side here as the Red Zerg. And Bly, of course, is on Team Acer, and he's from Ukraine. So let's see how this one plays out. We've got a Zerg versus Zerg. The scores that are currently, the bracket that is going to be displayed very, very shortly on the screen, which means that you're just going to see what exactly is going on there. It's not a whole lot. Obviously, this is the first game, so we've got no spoilers yet for what the score outcome is so far. So it looks like we got hatcheries coming down for both of our players. First thing. Now just to note, Bly's pool was a little bit earlier, but that's not going to make too much of a difference, of course. This early in the game doesn't really matter as much as it should. Or not as much as it should, but it just doesn't really matter that much. That was terrible. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves a little bit with the start of this game. So Zerg versus Zerg, we're not seeing a huge amount of aggression yet, which I like to see. I don't like huge rushed Zerg games because, of course, that just results in, you know, games that are not great. And we don't want that. We want to have good, long macro games where we have as much action as possible and as much as killing and destruction as possible, which I suppose is just killing, not so much destruction when you're playing Zerg, since everything is some sort of creature. So let's see, 2 scouting Zerglings on the way. And looks like Hydra's actually gone for 4, so he's just getting those extra 2 potentially. Oh, looks like he's actually splitting them off just to see if there's any sort of shenanigans going on. Of course, you could potentially see something like, you know, a proxy hatchery or something like that cheesy going down, which, you know, it has worked in this tournament in the past. I've seen, I believe even Hydra do it before. Now Bly coming out on top with the Zergling engagement anyways, managing to take out 2 Zerglings while just losing 1 of his own. He's doing pretty good so far. At this point, Bly does have his Zerglings. He has his Baneling Nest on the way. So of course he is thinking, okay, so maybe I should be a little bit careful about this. Not get too far ahead of myself. That Baneling Nest has been spotted at this point. Oh, it actually hasn't. That was so close, but it has not spotted. I thought it did. But apparently not. And Bly is just outside of Hydra's base. He's not going to have time to morph in Zerglings here. And he's getting a surround as well. Oh my god. His own metabolic boost not yet complete. He's going to be 5 supply down this early in the game. It's not going to be the best of positions for him. Because, of course, extra Zerglings means that it's a lot harder to kill them. And there we go, the Baneling's being morphed in right here. Oh, look what he's doing. Just running straight in here with these Zerglings. Starting to do a bit of damage. Didn't actually take out any workers though, that's just one thing to note. No workers at all. And the aggression starting to go in the other way. There is Banelings here. Oh, nice Baneling hit there. Taking out about 4 of those Zerglings. Beautiful play. And another Baneling is on the way on the ramp. This Queen getting surrounded. Not going to be able to do a whole lot. Looks like Roaches is the choice of tech for Hydra. He's not going for the Baneling Nest. Just going straight for the Roaches, which of course is actually quite an acceptable response. It's not that difficult to fight off Zerglings and Banelings if you have a few Roaches. So it is quite okay. Looks like both players going for their expansions, but Hydra's one is considerably earlier. He does also have a layer on the way, but actually so does Bly. So going to be interesting to see whether they're going to continue on with teching or whether this is just out there as a precaution in case they see something that the opponent has and they need to prepare for it super quick. It's a nice Baneling hit I see. Just missed it actually, but that's quite okay. Let's see what he's going to do here. Oh my god, Spire going down for Blight. So he's got himself 4 gases right now. 4 gases typically means about 700 gas by the time that Spire completes. So he will be in quite an okay position to build up an attack force and do some significant damage to his opponent. But the question really is going to be, is Hydra going to let him do that? Because of course, if you let your opponent run rampant with his units, it's not going to end well. He does have a bunch of roaches, but he does not have anything to counter off Mutalisks. Spire's about 3/4 complete at this point. Looks like there's an Overseer here. Now I want to have a quick look at what Bly has seen so far. Oh my god, look at this Overseer. This Overseer has been here the whole time and he has not scouted the Spire until now. So now, Spire popping down, he pops down his own Spire, putting down the Spore Crawlers as well. So it's going to be quite a bit of a risky situation right now. I mean, getting Spore Crawlers, yes, good thing of course. But now that Blythe has his Mutalisks on the way first, as you can see, he's not just building the 4 or 5 that typically you see players build. He's going straight for about 7. And to be honest, I would not be surprised to see even more being built out of this. As you can see now, we do have 8 in total. And he's going to make more. Yes, every time he's got enough gas for him, he seems to be building more and more. So he knows that he's got the advantage. His Spire got scouted out very, very late. It was just about to complete, so quite good for him here. And these roaches, they're not going to be able to do a whole lot. And I think that this is going to be a very difficult thing for Hydra to hold off. He's going to need to get something against these Mutalisks. And whether that's Vipers, whether that's Hydralisk, I don't know. But he needs to do it fast. Because his roaches right now, they're not going to be able to do a whole lot versus a big flock of Mutalisks that they cannot fire at. And that's pretty much that. 38 to 31 is the supply count. Zerglings are running straight into the main base. But are they going to get anything done? There is Queens blocking the path to the mineral line. Also running straight into the expansion and taking out gas drones. That's definitely something to note. Seems like Bly actually interested more in taking out Overlords. Probably not the best of options. It's very easy to reinforce Overlords. Wants to probably, well, as you can see now, the Mutalisk count starting to grow as well for Hydra. And let's have a quick look at the count. So 11 against 11 at this point. And Hydra starting to overcompensate those as well. He does have 4 of his own. And the question is going to be, how is Bly going to respond? Picking off this drone for free. That's pretty nice. Preventing that expansion from going down. And what are you going to do with this Mutalisk flask? Flask. It's a flask, guys. 16 to 14 Mutalisks. And both players are continuing to produce those more and more. I'm thinking that Vipers are really starting to make sense right now. And Infestors even more so. Looks like level 1 damage about to complete for the Hydralisk, or the Mutalisks on Hydra's side. But the level 1 Carapace has only been started for Bly. Now I was pretty sure that that was a little bit further, but maybe he cancelled it or something like that. And I cannot believe this. Bly managed to get his Mutalisks out a lot earlier, but despite the fact of that, he still fell behind in the count very quickly. And right now, what Bly is doing, or Hydra is doing exactly, is he's essentially denying gas mining. And that's exactly what he needs to do. I mean, if he can outnumber the Mutalisks, there will be absolutely nothing that his opponent would be able to do. Just a few Zerglings here, not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. But the Mutalisk flock right now is looking super scary right now. 71 to 56 supply. And these Zerglings still working away at this base. It's going to be very difficult to get rid of them. And just about manages to with these Zerglings here. But he has denied mining for quite some time, and as you can see, the Mutalisk production just continues going for Hydra. Bly has actually decided to give up on those. As you can see, he's well, correction, he's making some now. But the question is, what's the difference already? There's 5 Mutalisk difference at this point. Five Mutalisks could be everything that he needs to fight off, but at the same time, the level 1 Carapace about to complete for Bly. At that point, he will have just a small bit of an advantage, minus the numbers, because of course the Mutalisks, every time they hit, they bounce. So basically, getting 1 armor is essentially denying about 4 or 5 damage from the Mutalisk. And a straight up engagement from both of our players here. Who is going to come out on top? I think that Hydra is looking quite okay here, despite the fact that he is right over Queens as well, but there is no fungal growths available just yet from this Infestor. If he had a fungal growth ready there, that would have went severely in his favor. And oh no, Infestor Pit is going down here. I think there's no way to stop it at this point. Gonna get destroyed. Mineral Line also getting destroyed. 13, 17, 20 drones taken out so far, and I think that this game is won by Hydra here. I think there's going to be a GG any moment at this point. Absolutely unrecoverable from this point onwards. There's just too much economic damage, and of course the army did kind of get slaughtered as well. Oh no, and the counterattack going down, I don't know if it's going to be enough though. 30 drones have been taken out already from Bly, so he's just kind of struggling right now. He might be trying to do some sort of counterattack, maybe make Hydra think that he's got more than he does, but I don't think the Hydra's going to fall for it really. Hydra's doing so well right now. He's done consistent economic damage so far, and it's just too good for Bly to get back into it right now. So there we go. GG has been called. Hydra takes this one, and a fairly long game number 1, 12 minutes. Not too bad. And that is it for game number 1 between Bly and Hydra. Hope you've of course enjoyed this game. Don't forget to leave it a nice big thumbs up and punch that subscribe button. I will see you guys in game number 2, where we're going to see if Bly is going to be able to come back from this 1-0 loss. Good luck, take care, and see you guys next time.